Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Now let's talk about some things, right? Let's talk about Kenya Moore hair care. Boop, 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 boop. I'm off beat, right? Kenya Moore hair care. Let's talk about Porsha and her new YouTube channel. And Brit does an interview. Let's get right on into it. Now, I run and mind my own business as I sometimes do, and I ran across Porsha down to the YouTube. Now, for some strange reason, people don't get why I watch YouTube as much as I do and have almost totally deleted all of my apps and subscriptions because YouTube gives me everything I need for free. If I can't watch something that's and it's on an expensive subscription, I just go to YouTube and catch a recap. Like y'all should come over here and catch mine. Okay? So here's the deal. So Porsha has a YouTube channel. Now, first of all, let me just say this girl is a glutton. And that's why nobody can satiate her. Because all she does is sit around and eat fried chicken and then go down to the chop shop to get it all cut off. That ain't cute. She got a workout gym inside her bedroom, but she's still running around there talking about she about to go get some divorce titty. I can't make this stuff up. Like I said, I'm getting right on into it. I'm getting to the meat of this stuff, not to the floor. So she goes on to talk about how, she didn't know nobody. She didn't know Simon. She didn't know Cordell. Exactly. Yeah, because you only dated them 3 months apiece. So no, you didn't know. That part. You told the truth about that. And then you laid up and had a baby with one of them that you only knew for 2.5 months. And so she talks about how her and Drew's relationship has been strained since Drew has been working with Dennis, and that Dennis and Drew, they have a scheme and a plot set up to come to us with bullshit because she said that this is a storyline. Girl, what is your storyline? I have seen several, including myself, content creators say you around there looking like a friend of the show. Speaking of looking like a friend of the show, let me just say this about the people coming down to the YouTube. Kenya and Porsha. I don't mind Nene coming around here because she ain't got no job. Catch. But I don't know. I mean, they take up space for a small content creator. And it's quite annoying. You know what I'm saying? You're on a show. You making close to $1 million, if not $1 million. And then here you are down here. Well, we are. Remember, we just bloggers. The Twitter people, as you above us. So why do you need to come down here spraying your swirls around here where we at? Let us stay down here in the gutter. And because y'all come with an already made fan base, and then this girl gonna celebrate 10,000 subscribers. Bitch, is you surprised? You already came with 100 and some thousand followers and fans. Hell, you should have more than that. The fuck? Same thing with Kenya. Even though I'm team Kenya all day. So Porsha attacks Kenya again, right? And first she says that Brit was contrite and she really was trying to make amends with Kenya. So Kenya gets down to the internet and says, stop using my image for clickbait. And I'm with Kenya on that. If you want to talk about something, talk about how you stole that lady husband. That's what we want to know. We want to know the receipts, the timeline, the deadline. Shout out to Heather. That's what we want to see from you. We want to see, when did this May December romance start? You said you weren't Fallon's friend? Okay. You weren't Fallon's friend. But at what point did you decide to go around there and take that lady hug? And yes, I do say take. Shout out to Bernie Mac. You remember his joke, take me out to the ball game joke? Anyway. I said take. Oh, I miss Bernie Mac. But anyway, the point is, girl, we know what you're doing. You're deflecting, talking about Kenya and Brit when you should be talking about yourself. Talk about yourself. And so, like I said, Kenya went around there and said, hey, look, don't use me for clickbait, bitch. And then Porsha said that, you're lying. I know for a fact that you allegedly. Now remember, everything is alleged in my opinion, because in you know how I do in the popping hot tea segments. Okay? Because I don't believe this is true. I don't believe that old girl was a teenager, as my nephew said, when she was, on the poster board. But I will stick to my guns and say this and say it again. Dear Bravo, had you fired old girl with her nasally nose and her jacked up teeth at the bottom, I don't know what she got going on down there. Is that veneers or what is that? What is that? Crowns? Porsha plates from back in the day? What the fuck? She's giving scammer tease. What did y'all do, Bravo? What did y'all dig this girl up out of? Huh? Because she said she had a ring. And she thought she had a ring. And she was married. Is that all she had to do? So, as I was saying, they go back and forth on Twitter. And, she said she was talking to her. And nobody told you to share underage photos of Brit. Now, you know you ain't going to come back for that. Can you, if you ever come across my channel, stay far, far, far away from putrid juice. Because every single time you give that girl an inch, she take 1,500 miles, and then she throws you under the bus as fast as she can get you under there. Now, I know that y'all had been kind of cordial, but if this girl can't be loyal to her friend that she's been friends with since they were in high school, child, bye. She ain't gonna be loyal to you. Somebody that she has gone back and forth with ever since y'all came on this show. And they called you a jealous, hating, hearted person. If you want to see jealous, hating, hearted, look over there at that trap mouth. Porsha, William, Stewart, goodbye, yada, yada, yada. She over there. But I told y'all to see through that goofy ass acting that she does and confusion. As much as that girl done went upside folks' head, y'all can't see. Anyway, not only that, she is extremely jealous of Drew. She's jealous of Drew as well, because Drew is talented. Where is Porsha's talent? Her talent is, that is a talent. She has a knack for creating this image of, I'm the innocent, doe-eyed little naive princess that you can't talk about me. I talk like this. And I'm unassuming. I wouldn't even hurt a fly, even though I go upside people's heads with boom mics and whatnots. Get the fuck out of here. I tell y'all all the time, bitches like that don't fool me. Now everybody gets to cash in on Kenya's situation. You got Nene trying to cash in, bringing up old photos of what Kenya said about the door being closed. Also, what Nene has to realize is this. And here's the difference between you and Kenya. Kenya has never badmouthed the Bravo network and the Cohen the way you have. Kenya stayed humble regardless of all the shit she's done to people, or people say she's done to people, because to me they were responses. But we're not gonna talk about that. Because she came on, when Kenya came on this show, when Kenya came on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, she did what most everybody does with Nene. She tries to kiss the ring, and it was you who reversed that thing on her. You did the Phaedra, you did the Porsha, and the only person you didn't do it to was Cynthia, and that's because she was your lapdog for all that time. Then, when Candy challenged you, you did it to her. Because Candy came on with writing credits, acting credits, singing credits in her group, Escape. And you tried to even minimize Escape, like as if, I tell you, I remember this like it was yesterday. Well, they about to bring somebody on a show with some little, from some little singing group. You were challenged. And people talk about how Kenya has to haze the new girl. That's you. You were terrible on that show. A terror. After that second season, third season, you were unbearable, bitch. For me. And it was no amount of you building the show. Your head was so big. You were running around there. Couldn't nobody film with you. You were rich, bitch. You cashing Trump checks. You're overbearing, snapping on people on the show, fighting people, then making up with them to go against the other girls. And people want you back. I only miss Kenya. And that's the truth. I never missed Nene when she left. When Nene first left and she had the big head and she went around there with Wicked and she came back on the show and she had on that bad wig and I thought it was a costume over there down at Phaedra's house because, she was into it with Phaedra. But then Phaedra didn't have anybody to film with, so Moose Knuckles went over there where she was. And started filming with her and made up with Phaedra. So she would latch on to whoever would film with her that she could boss around. But it never was Candy. Never was Candy. Excuse me. I tell y'all, when I met Mama Joyce, she told me the Nene that you see on TV is the Nene that you see in person. Very, very, very kind of stuck on herself, if you will. Nobody wants to see anybody like that. And then Bravo had to humble your ass real quick. Now they're about to humble Kenya. But I really think, I don't think Kenya has burned her bridges in Hollywood. Even though she couldn't get jobs when she came to the Real Housewives of Atlanta, I think she has solidified herself to the point where she can do something. And I think if she can be consistent with her spot, she will be successful. I hope. Fingers crossed on that. Now, Brit has done an interview and she says that she's the victim and Kenya is not. Okay. Okay, you're the victim? All I say again, and I will continue to say, had you not threatened her with the pun, this wouldn't have happened in the first place. You were so out of sorts by this woman paying you dust. And you feel like you had made it since you made it to the show. That you felt like you felt slighted by her. I know, I've been there. I have an aunt that does me like that. Came from the dusty roads of the country, parts of the deepest parts of the country, Nana Leakes. But when she get around the upper crusted parts of our family, we just don't matter. Us ones that stayed around here. She went to the big city and made something of herself. And so she don't want to be reminded that she is from the country's dirtiest parts of the crust of the country's parts of Mississippi. So she acts like she wears a fur coat and acts like she's above it all. Yeah. And then when somebody drop you down a peg or two or three and remind you of where you came from, you don't like it. That's come on. That's the real reason why you were mad at Kenya. You want to let Kenya know I'm right where you are. I made it, bitch. And you gonna call me a peasant? Me a peasant? How dare you? I'm a video chick. I drive fancy cars too. I got a husband. You don't have a husband. Fuck that. If somebody had been paying me just like that, you hadn't learned the art of saying, fuck them. You were cool with Shamia. You were cool with Kelly. That could have been enough. You didn't have to grasp after Kenya's attention. Bitch, show me doesn't act like that and she above me and all this type of stuff. I leave them alone. You can't impress people like that. If she didn't want to deal with you, then you should have accepted that. But now you got to run around that time that you got whips and chains. Oh, by the way, Porsha in her mouth says that if you want to get anything reduced, since you're gonna get you some new millennium titties, shave that mouth down. Round all them teeth you got in your head. Try that. Bring it in. See how you had them droopy deputy dog looking eyes? You fixed that. Fix them, that mouth that shoot all the way up to the sides of your damn ears. You getting surgery on everything else? Anyway, now all of a sudden, it's not Kenya. And you know, when you were on the show, telling Brit that she had no business threatening Kenya. But now all of a sudden, Brit is the victim and Kenya was just all kinds of wrong. Right? And the Cohen, at this point, I'm talking to you. Here is the deal. Now that they have both done things to each other, it is definitely not fair for us to be looking at Brit, her small nose. Now that's who had the 99 nose that the LaToya Jackson nose, the Jackson 5 nose that Shamina should have been talking about. Surgery just botched. Just standing up on TV. All that botched plastic surgery. Face jacked up. Teeth messed up. Didn't do nothing to the bottom teeth. Go around there and talk to Dr. Heavenly. Hurry up. Nose a damn mess. Sitting on one side of her damn face more than the other. Did she have a whole facelift in her 20s? Because that's what it looked like. Running around here looking like a plastic ass Barbie doll. Looking like Cher. A mess. Bubble lips. A mess. Ain't nothing about the old Brit that's matching what we seeing before us on the television. Nothing. And then you got Kelly over there with them hubba bubble lips. But we not gonna talk about that. And then y'all had the nerve to talk about Toya. Talking about them. Toya is right. Hell, Toya went around there and got it done right. Toya has subtle change. She'll come back. You know, she might have some new boob. You see a little tummy tuck. BBL. Cause Toya don't work out either. It's gonna catch up to all of them, the ones that don't work out, to go get the BBLs and you know, and don't maintain it. I know personally, my poor friend, she got a BBL, decides that hell, I'm going to easy route like the stars. I'm not gonna work out a thing. Waist snatched, ass tooted out, looking like Betty Boop. Next thing you know, she in the hospital. Yeah, in the hospital. Cause she went around there and started back eating that church's chicken. Shout out to Porsha. And that church's chicken did a number on that gallbladder. And all that stuff, that fat and all that stuff that they pulled out got stuck back onto her intestines and what's not. And it was a mess. The regular girlies can't go around there and go down to the Dominican Republic and do the same thing as these stars. And then some of the stars are getting caught up. Look at Hazel E. Ooh, my Lord. My Lord, today. Now, how did I get on plastic surgery? Oh, I was talking about Brit. Damn. Yeah, she talking about Kenya is the victim. It's not the victim, that she's the victim. And I was like, what should do? I came out here, I was trying to be contrite. I was trying to be somebody's friend. And all I was doing was, did you ever hear her once? When she said that Kenya is not apologetic, did you ever hear her once say, yes, well, I did. I was I did threaten her with a weapon, but I don't have any weapons. You know, she was lying. All of a sudden, she didn't have her whips and chains no more. Now that people have gravitated towards her and got on her side a little bit about not having the whips and chains. Have y'all noticed that? I was just playing. I ain't about that life. Nah, Porsha coming out. No, she's really not about that life. She's from what, Roswell or something? I mean, I don't give a damn where you from. Everybody is capable of violence. Shout out to you, Porsha. You should know. The fuck? Nene and a boo boo, and Porsha is still married to Simon. Goodbye, yada yada yada. If she didn't think she was gonna get nothing in this divorce before, what the hell she think she gonna get now that he's detained? Since they want to go around there and call ICE on him. Porsha has also stated, and here's the coup de grace. Porsha has also stated that there is a current housewife on the show as we speak that gave Kenya the pictures. Who is that? Then she's also said that it was a current housewife on the show as we speak that has been trying to get Kenya fired. The only person that I could think of is Drew, because Cynthia is not a housewife. But she has drama with Drew. So that would make sense for her to tell on Drew, because she don't have any drama with Cynthia yet. So it just wouldn't make sense for her to say that it's Cynthia. So I can just deduce that down to being Drew. And Drew is running around there talking about she's Kenya's friend. But Kenya denies receiving pictures from housewife. But the way they've been running around there slamming these days, I just don't doubt it. Jesse Wu around there talking about that Kenya got the pictures from Nene Leakes. Nene Leakes is saying that she did not. Y'all have to be careful about what y'all say down here to these internet YouTube streets because you ain't ready. Speaking of readiness, here we go with Kenya. Done racked up about 25,000 followers. I've been on here 2 years and they got 1,400. Well, they don't push my stuff up in the algorithm like that. But y'all can make it happen. Y'all, I'm begging for 2,000 subscribers. Y'all won't even help me with that. Share my video. That's what'll do it. Speaking of sharing, everything is alleged in my opinion. Like, comment, subscribe to my channel. I'm gonna close here. Just drop down in the comments. Tell me what you think. Who's at fault? Who's the real victim? Is it Porsha? Is she being victimized by Drew and Dennis? Is it Kenya? Is it Brit? Is it Cynthia? Or is the people who had to endure? Because they acting like that's the worst thing they ever saw at any event. Like they've never seen not one corn tape before in their lives. That's just the worst, especially Cynthia. Oh my Lord. I just was so disappointed. I have never seen such in my life, my whole life. Bitch, you used to date Russell Simmons. I can't make this stuff up, y'all. And like I said, with that, I'm going to close. Come on in. Like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell. You will be notified when I upload a video. And like I said, share the video. Why? Because sharing is caring. And look under my banner and you can follow me at all my various platforms, my various other platforms, TikTok. I'm saying look under there because I don't feel like giving all the different names that I have for them. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all of them are listed under there. Follow me on all of them, child. I'm over here. We out here. And as I do, when I close, I'm going to talk about deuces.